And we are back. Welcome back to the Hazel Abyss. Your host, Cherice Antoinette, and our featured host today,
Rock Mitchell.
Rock Mitchell. He's quite live and hype. And pretty soon we will have coming up Mr. Ty Ali, straight out of New York City. Are you with us, Whip? So you just listened to one of his singles titled Walkin'. I actually like that. He's an artist out of New York City. He's a hip-hop artist, and he's worked on over 40 projects to date and 600 songs. So we will definitely let you know when he comes on the air with us. Okay. Ty, how are you this morning? Hello, Ty.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Hazel Abyss. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you guys?
Great. We have
Doing good,
in the studio with us also Rock Mitchell. Say good morning.
What's up, Rock?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah. So, okay, the quick question real quick for you first is, were you rooting for New England or were you rooting for the Seahawks last night?
I was rooting for the Seahawks. I was so mad when they threw the ball. Oh
Yeah.
God, I said, why didn't you give me the beast mode? He's supposed to run that in.
Exactly.
Yeah, where we were last night, it was a house full of New Yorkers, and everybody, I think we had maybe 2 or 3 New England fans, and so everybody was just like in an uproar when the Seahawks did not win last night. So
that was soul crushing.
Yeah.
Oh man, crazy.
Yeah, so let's get into your music. I really like Walkin'. I love that single, and I like a few of your other singles. So I have a few questions for you. Number one, I want to start with exactly when did you step onto the hip-hop scene?
Well, I always had a passion for music. I grew up listening to music all my life. It was like really, really into my household. I grew up listening to my mom, my aunt, my grandfather. They all playing music real loud in the house. So I had an early start, and I just decided to take it pretty serious when I was about 18. That's when I said, you know what, I'm going to take this on full force, and I'm going to make this happen.
Okay.
And from then on, it was on.
Ty, are you like on speakerphone or are you driving? Because I can hear we want to make sure our listeners can hear everything that you're saying.
Okay, can you hear me a little better now?
That's better. That's
okay,
perfect.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
No problem.
Like I said, it was in the household at an early age. Mm-hmm. And then at around age 18, that's when I decided to just take it serious and for full force,
What type of music was played in your household?
Oh, man, the 80s, everything. My grandpa DJ'd, and my aunt was always singing.
Cool.
So it was like, early hip-hop, 80s R&B, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's where your inspiration came from.
Yeah.
All right. And your first single was what?
My first single. I don't know. I have so many songs, so I don't know. I make different songs for different categories, things like that. I also have stuff like that could be played in the club, things that could be played in dance. And I have a strong taste in time. Yeah. So I said I'm versatile. I make songs for everybody.
I see that. I definitely see that. Now, what I see a lot of from Walking, which I'd like to talk about, because is that your most recent single?
I actually did that song. That was more like a freestyle.
Right.
It was more like a freestyle. I did that probably about a few months ago.
Okay.
And I performed that in a few churches and a few events and things like that.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And then the song the bed that our listeners are listening to now, this is You Got Me Like. That put me in the mind of LL Cool J, I Need Love. How have artists like that inspired you?
Oh, man. LL Cool J. I just like the style. I like the style because I like the fact that he was able to get on TV shows and things like that. So it wasn't too crazy. It wasn't raunchy or anything like that. Right. And I just like to be able to, have a song that you can perform on any platform. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when you make songs like that, you can go anywhere.
Right. Absolutely. Now with where music and hip hop is right now, and of course there's somewhat of a difference sometimes. Well, I won't say sometimes, but for the most part, I think in terms of what you get in terms of northern hip hop and southern hip hop. When it comes to writing something that's geared towards the ladies, that was one of the things that I really liked about your song, was that it was clean, but it was sexy at the same time. It was a love song, an ode to the ladies. How do you do that in today's industry with the state that it's in. Everything is strictly sex. There's no imagination left to it. What motivates you to just continue on that type of path, which is considered a little different from what everybody else is doing?
I just think that you just have to be real to yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to you got to stay strong and you got to stay tall in the midst of a storm. Even though that's everybody else is making a certain type of music, I just felt like as long as I stay true to myself, people who admire music and people who have a love and a passion for hearing good music, they're going to like it.
Absolutely.
As long as I stay real to me. I don't want to go with the times and I don't want to go with everybody else is doing. I'm going to just stay with what I like and what sounds good to me. I'm a fan of music as well. It's not like I'm just like, I just want to hear Ty Ali and that's it. No, I like good music.
Okay.
So I know as long as I make good music, people who admire good music as well, they're going to like it as well.
You're absolutely right. Speaking of which, who are some of your top heavyweights in the game? Whether it's R&B, we'll start with R&B. Your top three.
R&B. Oh, man, top three. I like Babyface.
Awesome.
Really good music.
Good fit. Right.
Right. In the player zone.
Right, the grown zone. You kind of start feeling okay, so Babyface, number two.
I like Babyface. I like R. Kelly as well. I think he's pretty good.
He is.
And I'm going to go to the females. I like Whitney Houston. If I can add one more person, I'm going to say Tamia. So I would say Tamia, Whitney Houston, Babyface, R. Kelly.
Okay. Those are awesome picks. Okay, so your top three. You can't pick any more than three. Hip-hop.
On the rap side? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go Tupac.
Good choice.
Tupac, Nas.
I was going to say, you got to say Nasty Nas. But go ahead.
Yeah. Tupac, Nas, and Jay-Z. That's what I'm going to go with.
Very good. So those three heavily influenced you, and has it been more so their style or their lyric style that has influenced you? Tell us a little more about what you derive from those three artists.
I just like their imagination. Mm-hmm. I like the way that they're able, that you can just close your eyes and you can see the stories that they're saying. And if you ever, I don't know if you were from, Tupac is not from, he is technically, but he represents the West Coast.
Right.
But when I listen to Nas and I listen to Jay-Z and stuff like that, I see what they're saying. Mm-hmm. And I see the pictures they're saying and like the time of night they're talking about, or a specific type of female or a specific type of grind or whatever you're going through. I could see it through the music. The lyrics are really, they're grown. I was young listening to that, so it was really advanced for me. So listening to that, I had no choice but to come with it when it came down to music.
Right. Awesome. Now, what exactly is going to be your game changer in the game of hip-hop?
I think that, nowadays, I think people just go with the trends. Mm-hmm. They go with what everybody else likes. Mm-hmm. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just stay real to me. Just stay true to myself and just give people that love for music and that passion. Because it's crazy because real is so different nowadays that's a game changer, just being real.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just keep it real, keep making quality music, keep working with, and I like to have people, I don't like to have yes men around me. Mm-hmm. So when I have people around me who's like, nah, I don't like that. Nah, that's not good, man. Maybe you should change this. Exactly. I keep about 5 people around me and they keep it real. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my game changer, just being real.
Okay, so that you just answered one of my questions, which was, on the heels of that, tell us exactly who Ty Ali is as an artist. Now, how did you come up with this name? What does Ty Ali derive from? What does it mean?
Well, my government name is Ali.
Okay.
That's my first name. My first name is Ali. And Tyson is that's my family's last name on my mother's side.
Okay.
So I took the Ali and I took the Ty and I just flipped it and Ty Ali, and I thought it had a nice ring to it. It was marketable. It wasn't like something crazy or something disrespectful, because some names you could look at. I didn't want people to look at me or look at the name and be able to say, oh, he's just a rapper. Mm-hmm. I wanted people to say he's an artist. He can be a model. He can be an actor. I wanted it to be something that was professional, something that was strong, that could live on forever.
Right. So do you aspire to do those other things, or have you had an opportunity? We've got 1 minute, so we're going to get ready we have to wrap it up really quick. Before we go, I definitely want to let the listeners know, where can they find you? Where are you performing? We need your website. Give them that information.
Basically, you could type in Ty Ali you could check me out on Facebook, you can check me out on Instagram. Every single site you can check me out on, just type in Ty Ali, that's TYSON ALI, especially YouTube. And on all my sites, I got different ways that you can go to different. You can check out my music, check out everything on each one of those sites.
Beautiful. Are you performing anywhere within the next, say, month, 2?
I'm gonna be doing some performances at some high schools and some colleges coming up. I don't have the exact dates and details yet, but if you're checking me out on all those sites, I will definitely be updating it by the day. And I'll be letting everybody know what's going on.
Awesome. Our time goes by so very fast. I definitely want you to check back in, say when you have your next project coming up, but we definitely want to thank you for joining our show today, Mr. Ty Ali. Check him out on Instagram, Facebook, Ty Ali Music. And we thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Atlanta. I appreciate you guys.
You're welcome. We will definitely be looking out for more from you. We are tuned into the Hazel Abyss. We're getting ready to go to a break. Do not go away. Keep it locked right here. The Hazel Abyss with Rock Mitchell on WAEC 11.